Ask Junior machine is firing up. Alex Timms at the helm.
And we are live.
Hey everybody, it's Dale Jr. and welcome to the Ask Junior portion of the show. I'm just trying to send a Instagram story out, and the reason I'm doing that while we're doing the show is because my bud, excuse me, Mike.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done with it.
Yep, here's your stupid papers. Kyle Petty has a new book out. It's called Swerve or Die. Kyle's been sending this around to all of the people that he thinks can help him sell this book, and I'm one of them. I saw this morning Rick Mass posting on his social media about the book, so I want everybody to know that Kyle's got this great book out there. A lot of great information in it. We got Randy Lanier on the show. Randy is 1984 Instant Champion, and he also has a book as well called Survival of the Fastest. So if you want to go check that out, two great books that I think if you're a racer and you got a library, these need to be in it. Randy is going to come on here and tell us a little bit about his life and his story later. And Randy funded his entire racing career smuggling drugs, and I've seen a lot of stuff that's been done on him, documentaries and podcasts and so forth, and just wanted to ask him a lot of questions about his life, and he's going to come in here and tell us about that. Flew all the way from Florida to be here today, so should be a pretty compelling show. Anyways, Alex has got your questions that you sent into Xfinity Racing on Twitter, and excited to get to them today.
Yep. For our first question is from Floyd Mead. Dale, besides auto racing, what sport would you like to commentate for?
I don't think any.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I love going and doing the extra things that NBC sends me to, and it's a great experience going to the Olympics and all those things. But to be a full-time broadcaster in a different sport, I don't really I don't want to pursue that. I really don't. So I mean, I love being in the booth for the races. That's where I belong. That's where I feel at home, and that's what I know. And so that's where my heart's at, man. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our next one's from Adam Peterson. With the huge crowd last weekend at Iowa for the IndyCar race, do you think NASCAR should return to that track?
At IRP?
At Iowa.
Iowa. For the IndyCar race?
Yeah, it was about, Tuesday.
I don't know. I've never been. So I can't answer this because I've never been to a race there. Never. And so I went out there to test years ago, back when we were doing the COT. And it was a long time ago, but I have never been to a race at that track, so I don't know the energy or the vibe. You know, when you walk into a track, you feel it, right? You feel how cool the place is, and I'm sure it's great. And I know that the drivers love racing there. The multiple grooves that you can run, watching races there is pretty fun because there's a lot of different ways to go around the corner and opportunities to pass and so forth. But I don't know. I think I'm curious as to what it would be like and how successful maybe a cup race would be. And the track, even though some of the dates as far as the top 3 series, even the dates are kind of coming and going, the track seems to be doing really well. They had a fantastic, kind of pop for the IndyCar series when they visited there, and everything Hy-Vee did to kind of promote that, and that was pretty impressive. So I would be interested in going out there and seeing what it felt like. Go broadcast a race there. That kind of be fun to do.
Mm-hmm. Next question's from Ira Gibson. Do you still have the 95 Impala from MTV Cribs?
No.
No?
I sold that, and I wish I didn't. But I don't know. I mean, how back then that car was cool. I don't know if it'd be cool today. Old 95 Impala.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
I wish I still had it. That thing had a decal across the side of it, so the side had a trim on the door right around midway, and below that it had a silver, and it just said Impala. It went all the way down the side of the car. I thought that was cool. And we had 15s in the back deck behind the passenger seats. Man, that thing was loud. It was awesome. I mean, we rode down the road in that thing playing the music far, far too loud for our health. Yeah.
Next one's from Ryan Johnson. He says, I've been spending my free time going through your Xfinity Championship years on YouTube. And there's a race at Dover in 1999 that you battled for the lead and the championship with Matt Kenseth. You both got together and wrecked, and Matt didn't seem too happy with you. Do you remember that at all? Dover?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was embarrassing for me because I usually try not to make mistakes, and especially trying to not make a mistake that's going to take somebody out. Me and Matt were buds. We'd kind of hang out with each other and go to each other's houses and so forth or whatever. And, we were definitely in the middle of a close points battle at the time. At that moment in the year, the battle was I felt a lot of pressure from Matt in terms of just trying to win the championship. And he had the best car that day. Multiple times had beaten us on restarts and gotten out and led, and had a comfortable he had a car that he was going to win the race. That particular restart, we fired off pretty good, and we were running side by side with him, and I was over my head and driving over my head for a couple corners there. But I thought, man, maybe he'll concede the position, and I kind of put myself in a bad position coming off of 2, where my angle wasn't good. Back slipped around. I corrected up into him. That sent him into the wall, and we both suffered pretty bad damage there. I think I might have gotten the fence as well. It hurt us both, but it hurt him more in terms, I think I actually finished in front of him in the race. And so I kind of walked out of there. I remember doing a post-race or a post-crash interview as well. And I kind of walked out of there thinking, me and Matt had a lot of respect from Mark Martin. All types of people in the series were like, man, this guy's good, he's smooth. And I had proven in that moment that I still had some flaws, right? That, man, you're just not supposed to make those mistakes. Mm-hmm. And Matt wasn't making those mistakes. So I felt pretty silly, but at the same time really lucky to have gotten out of there without losing points to Matt, because he was going to definitely win that day.
Next one's from Rocket Rick. You said you might go tailgate as a fan at North Wilkesboro. What would be your perfect tailgate in terms of like beer, food, and friends?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you got to have a little sun drop in the cooler. Obviously some sun drop, some High Rock vodka, some mixers, and some beers, and I always like brats. Yeah. I was kind of a brat guy for a long time. Tacos, so ground beef. We had when I was in the late 90s and all the way through the thousands. We ate tacos on Friday, and then we did brats on Saturday, and then Sunday was just like a simple sandwich because you didn't want to take too many risks before you getting in the car. But every week it was tacos, brats.
And it showed. I'm speaking of me personally, not you, Dale.
Yeah, well,
I'm telling you, we ate tacos Friday, brats Saturday, and I mean tore them up.
Oh, man, yeah. So good.
With sun drop in the bottles, in the glass bottles.
Yeah.
That's right.
So those are probably my favorites. But if it's in the evening, and you're spending the night or whatever, man, you gotta have some steaks, steaks and Worcestershire sauce. And can anybody say that Worcestershire sauce?
No, you nailed it.
Nailed it.
So,
all right, our last question's from Bugsy. It seems there's video from most NASCAR races in the 80s. But do you find it odd that there's no video that exists of the 1981 Miller High Life 300 Busch Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway that Gary Ballou won?
Yeah, I do. So when Gary was here way back when we did his episode, we were all talking about that post-show. We were standing right here in this room going, because they're creating a documentary for him, and they're like, man, we'd love to get some footage of that race. And I was like, I have footage of all the races, right? And I'm thinking, surely I've got it. I'm thinking in my head, I've got that race, and I can't believe that they don't have it because I have it. If I have it, why can't it should be easy to find, right? I could probably Google it right now or find it on YouTube. Nope, it doesn't exist. I swear I've seen footage of that race. Maybe whether it was race highlights from the local news or something like that. But there is footage of that race that exists, but there is no broadcast of the race that you can find I definitely don't have it in my catalog, and I think I've got probably 90% of what's out there in terms of any kind of race broadcast from the 60s, 70s, all the way through the 80s and 90s. So, and pretty much everything else is on YouTube that would be out there. I don't think there's really much out there. Those little Facebook groups and stuff that those guys get together and they trade back and forth. And some of the rare races, like they don't want them to leak. You know what I mean? They want them to stay in those little pockets of the internet that really, really love collecting and cataloging those races. So I think everything's out there now. I don't think there's anything missing. So if it exists, it would probably be like WSOC race highlights or something like that on 6 o'clock news. And that would probably be it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. There's some great questions. Hope you guys are going to tune in. This is going to be a great episode with Randy Lanier. We obviously can we talk? You talk about the announcement because it is out there.
Out. Yeah.
So Jeff Gluck.
This is live on YouTube.
Yeah. But it should have gone out at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
Let me check.
Okay, you told me. Sorry, I'm stopping you, Mike, only because you told me to make sure. Okay.
We're stopping.
Sorry, live viewers.
It's out.
Is it?
Yeah, Jeff Gluck.
Oh, let's do it.
So Jeff Gluck has just released it 21 minutes ago. I'm going to be running this car. So the number 3 Sundrop car, that is the car I'll be racing at North Wilkesboro in August when we go there for the Cars Tour race, late model stock race. The last time I raced in North Wilkesboro was in 1993. It was this car, and we partnered with Sundrop again. The Earnhardt family has been a friend of the Sundrop family for a long time. My mama had Sundrop in her house for most of her life, and used to make Sundrop cake. And Dad's had partnerships with Sundrop in his career on and off. We always had Sundrop in the fridge back in the day when I was a little kid, and still drink it today. And luckily to be able to come back to North Wilkesboro, this was the scheme I wanted to run. And so we reached out to Sundrop. They were more than happy to put something together so we could do this. We talked to Richard Trilders about the 3. A lot of boxes got checked, and here we are. So I'm looking forward to it, and you can go on social media, check out Jeff Gluck's handles to see what we're talking about. August 31st, we'll be racing at North Wilkesboro in the number 3 Sundrop Chevrolet. Hope to see you there. I'm going tonight to the mod race. $15 for a grandstands ticket. Racing should start around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I think there's 3 series there tonight and tomorrow. So Tuesday and Wednesday night, if you want to go out to North Wilkesboro Speedway and show your support for what's happening at that racetrack and the future of that racetrack, by all means. If you cannot be there and maybe you're not able to get to the racetrack, racingamerica.tv, racingamerica.com, either one of those, go and you can watch the stream of tonight's racing and tomorrow's and the rest of the month of August if you want to. So I hope you guys will definitely support what's happening at the Speedway because it'd be cool to see that track continue. All right, we'll see. Thank you, Xfinity and Xfinity X5, for everything you do. Great supporters of our podcast, great supporters of NASCAR and everything they do in the Xfinity series. I'm a customer and really enjoy the service, and hope you guys will check that out as well. If you're having trouble or want to improve your service, Xfinity X5 is definitely where I'd send you. And thanks for sending in your questions to @Xfinity Racing on Twitter, and we're thrilled. We're thrilled to have them as a supporter of our show.
That's right. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. At Dirty Mo Media YouTube channel. We appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Take it easy, man. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.